will be at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is going to be today evening for India's, the Asia time zones, especially India. It is going to be at 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time, which will be 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it is going to be tomorrow in the morning time. So instead of yoga, we will be having the preparation for the darshan itself. So we request all the participants to be tuned in. Tomorrow we are going to be having the grand coronation ceremony of Sundareshwara Pattabhishekam, exactly when it is happening in Kailasa, Madurai, where Chokkanadar is going to be, Paramashiva himself in the form of Chokkanadar is going to be getting coronated. At the same time, Swamiji will also be coronated. So it's an important ceremony. And during that time itself, we will also be receiving the initiations for the day from Swamiji. Tomorrow being the graduation day for this season of Paramashivoham participants, we request all of you to be logged in tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If all of you are clear with the timings, can I request all of you to please post here in the chat? 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please kindly share these timings with all your friends, Sangha members, whoever you know too, so they also do not miss out on the darshan. And tomorrow's darshan is going to be a very powerful darshan, and you're going to be getting initiated into the Ananta Kalyana Gunas of Swamiji. So please make sure that you are coming here starting from 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time itself. We are going to be starting with an important preparation for the darshan, and then it is going to be the darshan and the rest of the program. So make sure you are tuning in, and please tune in by 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're clear with this, can I request all of you to please post in the chat? Yes? Great. And the next important thing, we have an important event. We had shared about this earlier.
And as all of you are aware, Kailasa is being represented in the global platforms, like whether it is world stages like the United Nations, and even with the United Nations recently publishing the 17th report of Kailasa, it shows how beautifully various international organizations, global organizations, world leaders are collaborating with Kailasa in forging a beautiful future for planet Earth by leveraging these ties with Kailasa and the amazing contributions humanitarian aid that Swamiji has been doing for the last 3 decades. And today we have yet another opportunity for all the participants that are here. We have an exciting announcement for all of you. There is a very special session that is happening in the United Nations General Assembly 2024 on the 11th of September, and which is tomorrow morning. And this event is a very, very beautiful one where we can, it's virtual. So wherever you're all from, you can attend from there. And this event is where you can represent Kailasa. You can embark on this journey with the United States of Kailasa and the USP Foundation in the United States of Kailasa Foundation, as we are hosting an extraordinary virtual session at the Science Summit during the 79th UN General Assembly. And this session will be a groundbreaking exploration into how ancient Hindu traditions can seamlessly integrate with and elevate modern scientific practices. So I'm going to request every one of you, all the devotees, disciples, every one of you, please head to the link. It's being posted for all of you in the chat. I request all of you to please head to the link and you can sign up. It's a very simple registration form, sign up form. Please do sign up so you can participate, because this session is very special. It is being hosted with by the United States of Kailasa, as along with the UN on the 79th UN General Assembly. It is the Science Summit. And this is a very special event. So I request all of you, all the participants, to please join. Please make sure you all sign up. And we urge every one of you to go to this. It's a free event, so you all can register and attend virtually. And in this session, we will be covering indigenous Hindu medicines, environmental conservation, cosmology, astronomy, and power manifestation science, and so on. So I request all the participants to please head to this link and put in all the details, and you all can fill register for this event. Nityanand, so sorry, apologizing. I think all of you missed some part of the session. Yes, for all the participants that are here, every one of you, tomorrow, this is a grand opportunity for everyone. From wherever you are, you can sign up and be part of this event. It's happening virtually. So from wherever you are, it'll take 1 hour of your time and you can attend this free event. But this is an amazing opportunity for you to represent as part of Kailasa, represent and attend this event. Ma Jnana Yogini, there's a link on that one. Secure your spot now in the message itself. So you can, sorry, Ma Purushananda. Just read the message on top. You will see secure your spot and there's a link. Science Summit and .vfairs and there's a registration form link. Study the message fully. You will get the link there. I request every one of you to go ahead and sign up, register for this event. All right. And to all the participants, every one of you that are here, right now, after this beautiful darshan of Swamiji's, and tomorrow, do not miss, we have darshan at 8:30 a.m. EST. So we will not be, it will usually, yoga will be happening at the time tomorrow, but tomorrow it's a very, very important special ritual festival celebration that will be happening. So darshan will be at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do not miss. We request all the participants to please make a note of it and be there. And now, right after this beautiful darshan of Swamiji's, we're all going to be entering into manifesting powers. I request all the participants here. We're going to be manifesting the power of communicating through to be able to communicate an action to another person just by connecting to them through the third eye. Listen very carefully. Just now, Swamiji has blessed all of us with to manifest that real fulfillment, feeling connection, and the deep love from which when you talk, you will be able to transform, you'll be able to give a beautiful experience level. And all of us are now going to be experiencing, witnessing this very science, this initiation as an experience. What you're going to do is, you're going to be connecting to a partner and you're going to communicate to them, verbally talk. You're going to establish, see, when you establish the oneness as super reality, when that experience of oneness becomes the reality, the foundation, you will be able to interact with anyone, talk with anyone, and establish yourself from that space of oneness. The moment you think something in your inner space, the person that you're connecting to, especially if you're here as a family, couple, this is the best power you can manifest because it will build a beautiful space of oneness amongst both of you. And it will bring depth inside you, in the relationship, and so much of healing as well. So please sit now. I'm going to request all of you to connect to a partner. And you're going to manifest this power to be able to precisely identify what the other person is thinking. So you're going to communicate an action. Let's say, for example, Manyana Yogi. You're connecting to one of your friends, family members, or Ma, Kamadahana, so many of you here. Anyone that you're very close to, you can call them and explain to them that you're attending such and such a process. Understand if you manifested someone you're close, which you already have a certain beautiful connection with, it will deepen that relationship even more. You will experience deep oneness with it. So please sit now. Ma Dennis Bell, thank you so much, Ma. I see that you've already posted, you signed up. That's good. It's a beautiful opportunity to attend tomorrow. So glad that you did it. And see, actually, we as Hindus, we've all experienced, we're all like, we have experienced the sciences that Swamiji is revealing. And many times, whenever we attend these important events, right, when world leaders listen to these, the kind of policies and frameworks that Swamiji has designed, so many people are touched. There are world leaders genuinely out there who are looking for solutions, which is more unconventional, which is not commonly available, because commonly what world discusses is always coming back to the same points again and again and again. But still there's conflicts. Still there are so many major organizations working for world peace, and still there is conflicts and so on. And the entire that approach that Swamiji is taking, we can see practically the impact of it, the beautiful conscious shift that it is creating. So all these events, right, is a very beautiful platform for us to represent these, enrich the world, to just share the science, to let people know that these sciences are available. So every one of you that are signing up and attending, you are making the best decision to represent Hinduism, to represent Kailasa, represent Swamiji, and the vision that Kailasa stands for. So thank you all. And now coming back to this. So whichever relationship you want to experience that depth in, connect to anyone whom you're close to, could be your spouse, and do it like a game. Don't try to do it like with an expectation, immediately they should catch it. It's fine. You're only going to focus on building oneness. Your result in this, your focus in this is not about manifesting to be able to see. That should be a byproduct. Your focus is experiencing oneness. So what you're going to do, your partner is going to write down something. They'll say, for example, Ma Dennis. Let's say you're connecting to another person, some close family member. And let's say your daughter, or it could be your husband, anyone. And he or she can write down an action. They can say, like, pick up a glass of water, or you can write down an action saying, okay, take a flower from the vase next to you. You are not going to verbally tell them, but you're going to visualize it inside you and experience oneness. See, this is something we all need to consciously build. Your mind is deeply convinced that people outside you are separate from you. You believe that, that's how we perceive. So now you're going to consciously change that visualization by experiencing that person in front of you is an extension of you. How much you experience you in you, that same frequency you will be able to experience you in them. And when you understand this principle, you'll be able to start communicating to them. So sit now, sincerely practice. Don't focus on communicating, expecting they should pick up your action. It will happen. But your focus should be first building that oneness with them. Are all of you catching it? Please sit now, connect to a partner, and start manifesting this power.
This is spiritual
I request
lullaby for
every one of you
Samadhi
to sincerely do this.
and Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva in me. For Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahavagya. Mahavagya, spiritual lullaby for Samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva, for Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahavagya. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda
Please relax.
Paramashivoham.
How many of you were able to manifest? Can I request all of you to post here? How many of you were able to manifest? See, play this with multiple people as multiple rounds. And that is what is going, you're going to see the breakthrough happening. And it'll be really, really a powerful breakthrough for you when you manifest it with multiple people. All right, now let's enter into the next session. We are going to now learn a very important science of how to experience completion with this. Let's listen to the revelation directly from Swamiji.
Understand? You have a choice whether to continue to believe the societal conditioning done on you or the Paramasatyas Paramashiva is revealing. Listen, understand. You have a choice whether to continue to believe the societal conditioning, unconscious societal conditioning done on you, or wake up to the Paramasatya. You can go on blaming the society for the unconscious conditioning done on you, but that is not going to solve the problem. Solution is Paramasatya. One of the greatest assurance Cosmos gives to you is Satyameva Jayate. Paramasatya always wins. I'll give you the Paramasatya now. Focus on your first person. I'll repeat. Focus on your first person. The first person you experience as you. All of you can understand. We all know first person, second person, third person. First person is what you cognize as you. Second person is the person in front of you, directly available to you. Third person is far away, somewhere. I, you, they. First person, second person, third person. Understand, the first person you carry inside you as you. If you focus on that, the greatest truths, Paramasatyas, can be given to you as experience. The more you focus on first person, more you will find joy, peace, celebration, intense energy. The more you focus on second person and third person, more fear, more greed, more conflicts, more confusions, more incompletions, more guilt, more jealousy, more suffering. At least once a day, bring your whole focus to the first person, source of your first person. Understand? The first person you carry, how he reacts, how he acts, how he responds to the second person and third person, exactly the same way everyone's first person is going to react to their second person and third person. That is why I repeatedly tell you, the stuff out of which your first person is made, the programming done to your first person is same for everyone's first person. The aham, I, you carry in you as your first person. How that first person reacts to situations, reacts to people, reacts to second person and third person, how it strategizes, how it plans, how it manifests during every situation. Understand, your first person the stuff out of which your first person is made and the programming done to your first person, it is same for everyone's first person. Understanding this and making conscious decisions in your life is conscious life. Listen, completion with yourself is more like a spiritual practice. It is with completion with others the life itself starts. Listen, it is from the completion with others life starts. The completion with others I can say this was the greatest contribution of Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda's greatest contribution to Hinduism. He brought this idea of completion with others to the front. Completion with others is a spiritual quality, that's all. It is necessary for enlightenment. Unfortunately, we always got the idea, if you have incompletion with others, run away to the higher planes where less people are there. No, that is not a solution. That is not a solution. Completion with others is the basic necessity, the basic quality you need for enlightenment. Understand? People sometimes ask me, how do I know whether I am suppressing or completing? If you are able to be in the space of completion with others, you are completing inside you with you also. If you are not able to be in the space of completion with others, then inside you are not completing with yourself, you are only suppressing. So the scale to find whether you are completing or suppressing, completing or brooding over, completing or waiting for a chance to take revenge. I have seen many people, in the name of completion, now I am completing, but I am not going to keep quiet. I will wait for time. When my time comes, I will tell you what to do. I will do what needs to be done. Completion with others is a spiritual practice. Completion with yourself is like Mahadeva. Completion with others is like Devi. Devi is required for the life to happen. That is why in all our temples, I have put Devi along with Mahadeva. I have not put Devi as a separate deity. Listen. Completing with others. Others means not just only your father, mother, husband, wife, brother, sister, the human beings around you. We will start the completion with everything with which you are living. Your wealth, your health, your bag, your seat, your pets, your car, your house. Please understand, all these are living part of your life. They may be dead objects, but they are living part of your life. See, a house may be a dead object, but it is a living part of your life. How many of you understand what I am saying? It's a very important component of your life. First, we will start completion with all the human beings with whom we are living. First step, completion with everything. With every human being. First thing you need to do is deciding, I have to bring completion with others, with whoever I am living. I have to bring completion with whoever I am living. Even if they don't want, I will stretch my best and I will decide I am in the space of completion. Whenever they want, I am open to have them. I am open. I am going to be in the space of completion. Whenever they are also ready, it will become completely complete. Understand? Completion with others does not mean you are going to apologize to them. No. Apologizing is not completion. Asking sorry is not. So many people were saying, I want to apologize, I am sorry. No. I am sorry is not completion. I am deciding to drop
hurting pattern in my life or any incompletion, misunderstanding, anything, I am deciding to drop and I am deciding not to bring them, not to give life to it again. See, past, you can't say you are wrong or you are right. No one can say you are wrong, you are right. It is not apologizing. It is not feeling sorry for the past. No. Deciding, I am dropping this incompletion, hangover of the past, and I will not allow this to happen once more. Completion is actually responsibility, not apologizing. See, apologizing or feeling sorry comes out of powerlessness, but completion comes out of responsibility. Understand the difference. Please listen, see the difference. Now when I am saying you need to complete with your mother, with your father, with your brother, with others, I am not asking you to apologize. I am not asking you to call them and say, oh sorry, oh sorry, oh sorry, bus bus. No. No. Feeling sorry comes from powerlessness. That is not completion. When you call, you explain, this is what has been perceived by me. Here, I am not interested in looking into you are wrong or I am wrong. That will only create more and more anger, hatred and suppressed violence. I am only saying one thing. I am ready to drop the past and its powerlessness, incompletion. I am declaring I am dropping the past and I am complete. I don't have incompletion. And I will not create any incompletion anymore. Your decision and declaration, when it reaches them, you will suddenly see they also open up and start coming towards completion. But first, you need to be prepared. See, when I left the house, I think it was 17 and a half. Many times I ran away from the house, and 17 and a half, once for all I ran away. And I think when I was 17, both my gurus, Raghupati Yogi, Yogi Yogananda Puri, his name, and Vibhudananda Puri, lady sannyasini, Kuppammal, her name, both of them have passed away. After they left the body, it was almost like impossible for me to live in that city. See, in that town, every stone is associated with their memories for me. The hill is the place where I spend my time. Temple is the place I spend my time. It's always with them. After their death, it was very difficult for me to live in that area, in that same town. So I decided that I will leave the place. Now only we call it as town and all. In those days, it was a Pakka village. Pakka village. The whole village is only 5 streets. 5 streets or maximum I can say 10. 5 to 10, not more than that. Now of course the whole thing is developed and expanded and all that is. I could not live in Tiruvannamalai, so I decided to leave the house. I had the darshan of Ramakrishna suddenly, so I decided to go to Ramakrishna Mission and sannyasi. But I know very clearly I am not going to stay in their organization. I may go and receive sannyas and continue my yatra. That was my decision, my thinking, hope. So one day, it was a
Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday morning, I saw very vividly Ramakrishna and Sharada Devi appearing, and they appeared, and I asked Ramakrishna, please initiate me. And he smiled and said, Sharada, showing Sharada Devi, she is the specialist in all this. And I told Sharada Devi, you initiate me. Then I saw very clearly she put her hand on my head and both of them entered into my body and disappeared. So I decided, it gave me a lot of courage and strength to take up sannyas, leave the house. I can say that this was the immediate reason. So I decided I am going to leave the house. And after the decision, I was in the temple thinking. After this dream, I went to temple and whole day I was sitting and thinking. Even next day I was sitting and thinking what to do. Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, third day, evening I came to my mother. I sat on the door frame. She sat one step below. If any of you talk to my mother, you will understand. Sometimes people ask her, what's the difference you find Swamiji as your son and now? Even I asked her once. She says, I don't find any difference, Swamiji, because even in those days we treated you like this only. We treated you like this only. She will never sit equal to me. And one step below she was sitting. And I was very close with her. Very loving, and I never had any hatred. Very loving. Many times, when I get time, I will go and sit in kitchen with her. She will be cooking, I will be sitting and telling some stories. I had a very friendly relationship with her. And literally, till I left the house, I'll always be sleeping next to her. I think if you are from the Western culture, it will be shocking, you will not be able to understand. In Indian tradition, I think now when I listen to the stories, I understand that nowadays, even at the age of 10 or 6, 7, even much earlier, the kids are made to sleep separately. Till I left the house, I will always be sleeping next to her only, holding her. And another one thing, so I called her and said, I was sitting and I said, I was looking away from her, not looking at her, looking away from her and said, Mom, Swami is going to become a sannyasi. I won't address as me. Only recently I started using this I and me. If you see even my earlier discourses, you will not see anywhere this I and me. It's Ramakrishna style. And only very recently only I started using I and mine. I, me, all these words. Otherwise I will tell only Swami. Even to tell about me, I will tell only Swami. So, if you talk to our Gurukul kids, even they will not say I and me. They will only tell the name. Because I am talking to people, otherwise people get confused. If I go on telling the story, Swami told, Swami did, Swami this, then finally they ask which Swami. They end up in confusion. That is why I have started using the word normally. Anyhow, I told her, in Tamil I said, Swami sannyasam போறதுன்னு முடிவு பண்ணிருச்சு. I told her that Swami has decided to go as a sannyasi. and I am looking away from her, and I don't have the courage to look at her because I am emotionally very attached with her, very attached to her. So I can't handle. So I was looking, my eyes were away. See, even though I was attached to her, I was complete with her, and I was complete with me. So it did not stop me going towards sannyas. But I had a very good relationship with her. I don't know how you guys will understand. Understand that attachment does not mean like the attachment you guys carry, that I will not be able to go for sannyas. It was not against my need or will for going to sannyas, but I cannot see her cry, see her suffer. So I was keeping my eyes away, looking away from her. I did not get any response from her. No words. After a few minutes, as usual, what women will do? Oh! And I am getting that slowly, that sound of she crying. Even then, I did not turn my eyes towards her. And I said, what do you mean? You mean to say I should not go? She said, no, I can't stop you. I am not able to handle, so I am crying. She said such beautifully, I can't stop you. In Tamil she said, சாமி என்னால் நிறுத்த முடியாது, என்னால் ஹேண்டில் பண்ண முடியல, அழறேன், எனக்கு தாங்கல, அழறேன். Then she hugged me, and usually I am a very I will be so happy and comfortable with my mother. Even while I am sitting in the kitchen, I will be only putting my hands on her shoulder and talking. I was very comfortable. So I will never miss a chance to hug her. This hugging, I think, I learned from my mother only. Now I tell you really, if you are complete with your mother, all women in your life, the relationship will be so complete. If you are complete with father, all men in your life, the relationship will be complete. I was so complete with my mother, but when she hugged me, I did not even hug her back, and before she could be complete with that hug, I moved my body. She understood, I don't want her to hug me now. She understood, I'm moving out. She just took her hands off and she moved, and she was wiping the ears and crying. Immediately my father came from behind and said, my father was actually shouting at my mother, did you disturb Swami in some way? Why is Swami suddenly telling he is leaving the house? We are after all taking care of him nicely. And he has no courage to talk to me directly. I turned back. I asked him, now to whom are you talking? He just kept quiet. No, I did not tell anything. And he went away. And then the drama started. Of course, when I pushed her away, in the half hug, I could see very clearly part of my biomemory was incomplete. Please understand, part of me was incomplete. See, if she fought with me, I would not have had incompletion. You are fighting with me? Come on, I will fight with you. Over. She never fought with me. So I could have allowed her to hug me. Means I could have done little more care, with a little more sensitivity, with a little more love, because she's not asking me don't go. You understand? She's not telling don't go for sannyas. But I was afraid if I give her the love or attention or care, I may not go. I may not be able to go. So I can say that it was more, the incompletion was created with her, more because of my self-doubt about me. Then, finally, next day morning, I can see the whole village is in front of my house. It's a very tight-knit community, small village, tight-knit community. I can say it's one large family, that's all, the whole village. That whole, at least that whole area. I've seen in those days, in every house in the puja room, there will be one old man's photo. I asked my grandmother, who is this Swami? She said, no, he is your grandfather. I asked, then why his photo is in every house? She said, for all the house, he is the grandfather. So, no other entertainment. They will have 2-3 wives and no TV also those days. This is the only entertainment. Each house will have half a dozen to dozen. Zamindar means landlords. And I have seen the original house was 80,000 square feet. But when I was born and a lot was sold. They will part by part they sold. But the original house print, I saw in the town plan, still one small bit is there as it is. I am trying to buy, these fellows are not giving me, just to make like a memorial, one bit, same construction is there as it is, the stone construction and the teak wood. Any of you have seen that kind of houses? Soon you will see in Biddi, we are building, we are going to do 4 or 5. It's a typical old style house. It's a tight-knit family, the whole family is there. Usually if somebody dies, their body will be kept in the hall, in the sofa, and the whole family will gather. See, this family is such that every month somebody will be attending the age, some engagement, some marriage, some death. Every once in 2-3 months there will be some festival, some program, some function. It will be continuously going on. That day when I woke up, I saw so much of crowd. I thought, who died? Because there's no other function. I asked my mother, what happened? Anybody died? All of them have gathered? All the relatives are there? She told me, no, they all came to see you only. I said, I am alive. Then she said, no, because you said you are going to become a sannyasi, they all came to see you. And literally, like a dead body, I was made to sit on the sofa in the center of this room, hall. It's called Nadu Kottadi. They call it Nadu Kottadi. And in the center I am sitting. All the group, the whole group is sitting all around. And some who doesn't have courage, they talk among themselves. Some who has a courage try to confront me. One by one comes. And first comes my father's elder brother's wife, Periyamma, means aunt. She comes. What will happen to our family prestige if you become a sannyasi? And the funny thing is, night I told my mother, by early morning the whole village knows. Before I wake up, the whole village is there. There are nearby relatives. In those days, cell phone was not that common also. All the other villages also information has gone. They are all on the way. And you need to know, 2 families sat and already saw a girl for me. Usually in this tight-knit families, if a boy is born, immediately they will tie a girl. The மாமன் பொண்ணு அத்தை பொண்ணு ஏதாவது ஒன்று டை பண்ணி வச்சிருவாங்க. So they already decided. They are seeing the time, right, muhurtam, and all of them have to sit and convince me, and I am a 17.5-year-old boy, and they will finish the marriage so that I cannot run away and become a sannyasi. And so all this is going on. And she comes, see what will happen to the prestige, family prestige. And I cannot live if you run away like this and all. Whole village will talk, everyone will talk about us. And now only we are having little prestige and family is all settling down. She has 2 daughters. And who will marry my 2 daughters if you run away and become a sannyasi? After all, they are my cousin sisters only. If you run away and become sannyasi, nobody will marry my daughters. I will hang with the sari on the fan. She told in Tamil. Shalai katti fan la thongiruven appadinu. I will hang myself in the sari on the fan. I slowly looked at her and said, she used to be very heavy. And I said, for your weight, the sari will tear, fan will break. You better use the rope on the uttaram. Uttaram is the beam. You use the rope and hang yourself in the uttaram. Surely you will die. That's it. And immediately she got angry. What? You are asking me to die? You are asking me to die? Get out of our house. Get out of our house. That's what I told her. I'm going. I told her. That is what I am telling. I am going. Then comes the next guy. If you are from South India, you can literally enjoy the whole scene. You can visualize the whole scene and see. These fellows are so bothered about what others will talk about us. The whole life goes with that only. And then comes my uncle, means my father's sister's husband. Mama, my uncle, he comes. We are all living in the house and living a spiritual life. Are we all not living a spiritual life? Why don't you do that? Why do you want to leave the house? He's a drunkard. He's alcoholic. So, but I used to have a lot of respect for him. I just put my hands like this only and stood up from the sofa. In Tamil I said, Ada loose. That's the way I started. The loose. நீ காலைல எந்திரிச்ச உடனே சாராயத்துல மூஞ்சி கழுவுற, உனக்கு ஆன்மீகத்துக்கு என்னடா சம்பந்தம்? I spoke in singular. I used to be very respectful, but that day all my kundalini was up and alive. And I said, hey, fool. Loose is fool is not the right word. You understand as loose itself. Loose. You early morning, you wash your face only with the alcohol. And what kind of spirituality you are talking about? He was so angry because in public, in front of everyone, I told he is alcoholic. Because in the village and all, even if they drink, they will be very secretly, they will drink. And they will not drink in the house and all, they will drink and come and they will have a backside door, they will slowly enter. And that time only that cat will fall on them. It will be very secret. It will not be known to others, especially to kids. In front of public, no one will speak. And even the relatives will not sit together and drink. This fellow will go separately and drink and come. This fellow will go separately and drink and come. In the alcohol shop, even if they meet each other, they will put the towel and cover the face. And because I told him that he is alcoholic in front of the whole group, that's it. Hey, you told me I am a drunkard? Get out of our house. Get out of our house. I said, that is what I am telling. And second wicket over. So like this, few more wickets came. So once I finished everything, Now everyone understands if you go there, all your respect, manam, maryada, ellam poirum. They understood. I am not going to bother about anybody. The way I was answering or talking, they all are very clear that now nothing can be done. They all kept quiet. And then some more relatives, whoever need to come. 3 days, the whole house was full of these relatives. Some trying to convince me, some from distance itself they will talk. And the way I answered, they got so frightened. Actually, my uncle's daughter only they were planning. This same guy only I said, you are a drunkard. That's it. Now means I will not give my daughter to you. Who asked? I never asked. You planned. What can I do? And then they were planning these, that, and they tried to call my college friends and whether they will be able to give any advice to me. And nothing worked out. Finally, third day, Wednesday I told them, and Thursday, Friday. And of course, even Saturday I was there. Friday, Saturday I did not stay in the house, I went out. Sunday I left the house, that's all. Next Sunday I left the house. After that, there was no contact between me and them. They heard once I am in Ramakrishna Mutt, and when they came, I just saw them from distance and went away. That's all. And anyhow, I left the house and traveled and had different experiences, saw the different monks and sannyasis, everything, and had my realization, my, my life mission, everything. And when I had that experience at the age of 22, that I am an incarnation to transmit this experience, my body and mind is prepared for it. After that experience, it took 9 months for me to settle down normally. If I move the right hand, left hand will not move. If I move the left hand, right leg will not move. The coordination will not be there. If I speak, everything will be stopped. That's the way body was functioning. To settle down and become normal, it took 9 months. So when I settled into the body and became normal, the first thing I felt is I have to complete that biomemory which was left in me as incomplete. So I went back to Tiruvannamalai. Actually, that time I was staying in a place called Kanchipuram, near Kanchipuram, a place called Perukkaranai. And there they take stones for making deities. So there are artificial caves where they removed the stones, quarried the stones. I was staying in one of those caves. Then when I decided, I wanted to complete with her. When I felt I should complete with her, immediately I went back to Tiruvannamalai. I went to the house where they were staying. There I saw nobody is there. And somebody else is having shops. I went there and asked. I wanted to see Arunachalam and Loganai, my father and mother's name. They said, no, they are not here. They went away. I asked, it is their own house? They said, no. 8 years before they sold this house. They went away. I asked them, where are they? Do you know the address? They said, we don't know where they are. We don't even know whether they are in Tiruvannamalai. We don't have any idea. When I was inquiring, they thought that I am coming there for food, because my mother had a wonderful habit, which is from my grandfather. Every day, she will go and find some sadhus and get them and give them food. My grandmother also had this pattern. Every day, she will go and find some sadhus from the temple and get them, give them food, only then she will eat. My father's mother and mother's father, both of them had this habit. So sadhus will come regularly to have food. So these guys thought I came for food. So they said, we will give you food. I said, no, I just wanted to meet them, that's why I came. So I do not know now where they are. I went to temple and sat there. It's already maybe around night 8 o'clock. I thought in the temple at least some of the friends or relatives will come. I'll see them or they will see me, then I'll ask them. When I was sitting in the temple, first time after 9 months, I felt hunger. Because I settled into the body. That was the exact day I settled into the body. It was Deepavali day. And I settled into the body. And I think next day to Deepavali, Amavasya, I went to Thiruvannamalai. First time then I thought, what is this? In the stomach something is going on. Then I realized, oh God, it's hunger. Because the 9 months, hunger, thirst, everything disappeared from the body. All human activities have disappeared from the body. No one too. Means when nothing goes inside, how anything can come out? And even if we eat little bit, I think whether it's completely gets assimilated, I don't know. So first time I felt the hunger after the 9 months. So I was sitting in Thiruvannamalai. It was funny, sitting in Thiruvannamalai, hunger and no food. But immediately, in few minutes, I could see the power of space. The Devi temple priest, he walked straight from the Devi temple and gave the food to me, Nevedyam. I asked him, no. Why are you giving it to me? To whom you want to give? Maybe you wanted to give for somebody else and you are mistaking and giving. I told him in Tamil, எனக்கு எது கொடுக்குறீங்க? நீங்க வேற யாரையோ நினைச்சிட்டு எனக்கு கொடுக்குறீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Then he looked at me and said, no, eat, and went away. After I ate and washed the hands and I was sitting, from distance I saw one young man, saw me and started running. Then I know it's my classmate. From distance I recognized. He also recognized me. He thought if he comes near me, I'll run away. So he wants to inform my parents first. He ran and told my mother and father. In 10 minutes I saw in my vision space one face coming and standing. My mother came and stood. And she was afraid to talk to me. She recognized me and she's standing. I turned my face and the moment I recognized her, I gave my wide smile and asked her, how are you, Ma? The moment she saw a smile in my face, she thought, yes, she can communicate. She can relate. And immediately, tears started rolling in her eyes because she's seeing me maybe, 7, 8 years or after that. When I left, I'm a kid, now a sannyasi, shaved head, tall, shining face and sharp eyes, lean. Those days I used to be shaved head. And she was standing with tears. Actually, first I only stood up and pulled her and hugged her. And she started crying, putting her head on my shoulder. Cried, maybe for 10 minutes. I just allowed. When she felt complete and took her body out, I saw my incompleteness disappeared. The incompletion which was in me, in my biomemory, disappeared. Understand? The one hug, incomplete hug, which I separated my body, where I pulled myself out, that incompletion, which was in my biomemory, became complete when I hugged her again and allowed her to express the love. Then she said, please come and eat in the house. I said, now I am a sannyasi. If you give Purna Kumbha and offer the food in the banana leaf, like yesterday we served, I will come and eat. She said, yes, I will do. Next day she did all that ritual, and I went and ate and came back. The moral of the story is, even if you are an incarnation, you have to complete. Understand? Even if you are an incarnation, you have to complete. Clear? There is a beautiful description of Shiva and Parvati's relationship in Tantra. The description says the Shiva had the motherly attitude towards Devi. The relationship was described. I was surprised when I read those descriptions. It says Shiva felt Devi is his own mother. A strong motherly connection means what? The pure anahata. The pure anahata energy. When the pure anahata energy is experienced, you feel with the whole world. Either you feel that you are the mother of the whole world, or you feel the whole world is your mother. The description says, Shiva felt Devi is his own mother, and she felt the whole world is her child. If you are in the female body, the female psychology, when anahata opens, you will feel everybody is your child. When you are in the male body, when you are living with male psychology, if the anahata opens, you will feel everybody is your mother. That pure feeling connection. When the inner awakening happens in your anahata, if you are in the male body, you will feel the whole world is your mother. The whole world is mothering you, protecting you, carrying you. The existence loves you. Existence is fulfilling itself through you. Please understand, you are the expression of existence, strong, pure will. You are not an accident. You are conscious miracle of existence. When your anahata opens, I tell you even this one example you can understand. If you fall in love with somebody, suddenly, even if you fall in love with one person, suddenly you will see so much of fulfillment. And you will feel everything is so rosy, flowery, green. It's because of anahata. Love has the quality to give you the feeling that whole world cares for you. Whole world mothers you. Shiva's anahata is awakened anahata. That is why even with Parvati, with Uma,
He has such a deep feeling of motherly love. What Ramakrishna and Sharada Devi exhibited, that strong feeling of motherly love, means awakened anahata.
Please listen. Now I am going to make a very important sacred secret. Going to make a very important statement. Please listen. Now I am going to make a very important statement. Love of the Master enters into you, completes you, fulfills you, and turns back as love for the Master and enlightens you. Listen. Love of the Master enters into you, fulfills you, completes you, turns around and flows as love for the Master and liberates you. Blessed are those who taste love of the Master. Whether it is a benign look, benevolent look, or a serious look of a surgeon. When a surgeon looks at the tumor, remember, he looks at the tumor, not you. Unfortunately, when I look at the tumor, to terrorize the tumor, you mistake, I am looking at you. Understand, decide clearly to hate what Master hates, to love what Master loves. In every one of you, there is a part Master loves. Love that part, cherish that part, nourish that part, entertain that part, enrich that part, that will enlighten you. In every one of you, there's one part Master hates. Hate that, destroy it, complete it, drop it. That will be a great liberation for you. Listen. It is love of the Master enters into you. It can be as simple as Nayana Diksha, his eyes falling on you. I have created a new Diksha, new initiation, with which successfully I have initiated millions. I have to give a new name for it, Smiling Diksha. Just a smile. It goes and does the job and it never comes back empty-handed, brings that person alive. Understand, the Vishnu Sudarshana goes, kills the person and comes back. Shiva's Trishul goes and kills the person and comes back. Subramania's spear goes and kills the person and comes back. The Master's smile goes and brings the person alive, more alive. We can come up with a new name. Smile Diksha. It can be as simple as a look, smile, or a blessing, tatastu, or as simple as a like in the Facebook. We have to create all these new dikshas, like Diksha. it enters into you through these as simple actions as just a like or a smile or a look works in you. As I said, love of the master enters into you as a like in the Facebook, or as a look, or as an initiation, or as an energy darshan, or as a word, or as a tatastu, or sometime darshan in the dream. In various forms, he enters in your life and goes on working in you. When he works, when the love of the master works in you, all the tumor automatically starts melting down. Incompletions melt down. Anger melts down. Many times you know you are transforming, but you are not able to tolerate your own transformation because you had a lot of vested interest, payoff with your ignorance. Many times with your ignorance, you are in a known, comfortable, cozy zone. But Master's love melts all that. You know your transformation, your own transformation is too much for you. And you even try to escape. But his love is so powerful. He continues to work, continues to work, continues to work. Only one thing, don't shut the pipeline through which he is supplying the love. Shutting the pipeline means either escaping, running away, disappearing, or never allowing him to train you. I tell you, oh my dear ones, with tremendous love I tell you, do not be agitated to practice Advaita. And remember, my love is so powerful, it comes from Advaita. Allow it to sink in your life. When it comes back to me, by the time it would have made you Advaiti. Love of the master engulfs you, fills you, completes you, and raises you to the space of Advaita and comes back as love for the master. So just wait, allow my love to sink in you. When a master's love of the master showered on you, suddenly you feel nothing in the world matters anymore. Matter does not matter anymore. You feel you are on the top of the world. Everything is forgotten. That is what I call Visishtadvaita. Means you feel everything is part of you. You are part of everything. And then, when the love for the master starts in you, you feel in the world there is nothing else other than you and the master. Nothing else matters. When the circle is complete, you understand there is no you and the master, you the master.
I tell you, Advaita is the fact. It's a truth. Fighting with Advaita is utter foolishness. Saying, no, that it cannot be practiced is utter ignorance. Today or tomorrow, you have to land up only in that space. Already you postponed enough for Janmas. Landing up in the space of Advaita. Now don't postpone anymore. No need to waste the life. All success happens from Advaita. All failures are happening from the fighting with Advaita. The space of Advaita, simple fact. I don't even want to use the word truth because it is loaded with too much of meaning. I just wanted to say it's a simple fact. The story of Bhatmapada, one of the great disciples of Adi Shankaracharya, proves clearly, just by the feeling connection with him, feeling connection to Adi Shankara, he has mastered the nature. He was so powerfully in tune with the nature. He was so beautifully in sync with the nature. You may not know the story. There was a great disciple of Adi Shankara who is not that intellectually capable but highly devoted, dedicated, integrated to the master, integrated to his disciplehood. One day he went to wash the clothes of the master to the other banks of the river. He was washing there. Some of the other disciples of Shankara were discussing and they were making fun of Bhatmapada. What is this? This fellow is all the time washing the clothes and cleaning. Did he come here to become a laundryman? If he is not learning any scriptures and not studying, contemplating, when is he going to get enlightened, master the nature, Prakriti, life? Shankara was just laughing. He may be a little less capable in intellectual way, but he is an amazing, intelligent being who is doing what needs to be done first, who is putting first things first. Shankara wanted to show this to other disciples. So he just sits up and calls from where he is, Bhatmapada, please come. Actually, he uses the word first time, Bhatmapada. Earlier his name was different. He just calls his disciple. The moment master called, the disciple forgot everything. He just starts walking on the river. On the river, oh God, now I have to protect him. When somebody is in such a deep space of trust with the whole cosmos, master is a representation of the whole cosmos. I cannot allow him to suffer. I cannot let him down. So the river just makes lotus flowers and holds his feet wherever he puts his feet. Please understand, lotus will never happen in the river because river is flowing water. It happens only in ponds, stable water. But here, river produces the lotus and holds his feet when he walks and makes him cross the river. Usually, people will be anxious when they cross the river. Maybe first time, a river would have been anxious when a person is crossing the river. That she has to safely reach him the other side. Because every step is held by a lotus. He was called Bhatmapada. Shankara demonstrates to all his disciples the need for the loving space, the need for the loving space for the transmission of the Advaitic truth to happen, because your birth itself has happened when you denied the self, Advaita. Something that deep which is able to make you assume a human body and broken mind can't be transcended unless you trust somebody more than your human body and broken mind. So Master makes himself available for you to experience the completion of the love circle. He makes it possible for you to experience the completion of love circle. The moment you start the completion process, the Guru's grace has started happening in your life. Please understand. Your self-effort brings Guru's grace. Guru's grace brings more self-effort. Guru's grace inspires you to start the completion process. Completion makes more Guru's grace flow in your life. It is virtuous circle. You might have heard the word only vicious circle. Now I am introducing a new word, virtuous circle. Love of the Master enters into you and inspires you to do the completion process. Then it turns as love for the Master. When the Guru's grace enters into you, it starts moving you towards completion process. When you start the completion process, automatically the more Guru's grace enters into you. Please understand, don't ever be afraid. Don't say, oh God, I have so much incompletion. How can I ever think I can complete and rewrite my future? When a fire starts burning the trees, not only the forest reduces, the strength of the fire gets added. So when you start doing completion, you may have 10,000 incompletions in front of you. But when you do even one completion, two completion, all the completed thoughts will become power of you. Not only enemy is reducing, friend is increasing. Opposite army is reducing, your army is increasing. The pattern of completing with incompletion becomes your strength.
when you start walking or running, day one, don't start thinking, how can I run the marathon of 50 kilometers? First start running 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer. The stamina your body builds, that will take care that you run 20, 30, 40, 50 kilometers.
revelation we had from Swamiji, where Swamiji revealed to us about, in various levels actually, Swamiji revealed to us about what is completion with others and how the ultimate relationship we can have is experiencing that oneness with the Guru. How did you all enjoy this session? Can I request all the participants to please post here? How was the sessions for all of you? Take a few minutes and please share. How did you enjoy? Actually, tomorrow, just a gentle reminder to everyone. Tomorrow, please be here at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time onwards. We are going to be having the darshan, special coronation ceremony of Swamiji as Bhagavan Sundareshwarar. We'll be having this darshan at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's very important that you log in by 7 a.m. EST itself so that we are able to prepare ourselves and to see the darshan. So be sure to be here by 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and make sure you're also signing up for the event that we have posted to you in the chat. And we thank each and every one of you for being here today. How was your experience today? Can I request you all to share? Did you all enjoy this? How many of you found this helpful? How many of you felt helped and really clicked with these powerful revelations that Swamiji has given to us? Please take a few minutes and share. Thank you, Ma Maria Kalina. Yes. Thank you, Ma Basdi. Thank you, everyone. I see many more people posting. Thanks to each one of you whoever has shared how you are enjoying the sessions. And now with this, we have come to the conclusion of today's day. Make sure to be tuned in tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and make sure to inform this, share about this program to others as well. And tomorrow is going to be the last day of the program and we are going to be learning many powerful cognitions tomorrow. And now let's conclude today's day by offering our gratitude to Swamiji with a Purnamam. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavati Nityananda Paramashivoham Padukarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you all, Nityanandam.